saving you from any hazards, any potential hazards or risk, whatever is available at your workplace, right? So it is very, very important that each and every worker, employee, and recruiter, employer should be well known, well aware about the all kind of working environments and what are the potential risks to workers, their administration, and for nearby living societies. Okay, living population. So for each and every section, one administration of that organization should be very, very aware, and it should be taken care. Okay, so first of all, personal protective equipment, PPEs. Before use of PPEs, that it's the duty of administration that he or she or administration should make awareness to each and every employer or working units of that organization, that what kind of safety policies are recommended or going to be what here going to be followed here in this in organizations. Okay, so before use of any kind of PPE in your workplace, your administration should take the responsibility to teach all the things to the employer. Okay, so here one training program, it is not me I am telling, it's given those training before use of any PPE at your workplace. Your workers should be trained properly as per the guidelines of OSHA. This is given there in OSHA whole regulation, OSHA Act. This is the reference number. In that, all the things is given. Under that training program, each and every employee and each and every manpower of that organization should be taught that when you have to use PPE, what type of PPE you should be using in different circumstances, how you are going to use that. That means how you will be you wearing, then when work is finished how you will be taking out, if while wearing if it is not adjusted how you can adjust. All those things should be given in training programs. Then this also should be aware that what is the limitation of particular type of PPE. After that, how it should be taken care during the wearing also, during the handling also, and after taking out also. So all these things should be instructed to each and every employer whoever is working under a given premises. Okay, so types of PPEs you all must have heard. There are various types of PPE, but what is the basic classification? On what basis these kind of PPEs are categorized in different category or classes? Okay, so two things are basic things. Two things. One is which part of body you are going to cover or you are going to protect from a potential risk. Okay, and second, in what kind of environment you are working. So on these two bases, different kind of PPEs are classified, okay, into various categories. Okay, you all know eye and face and all these things I am telling from OSHA, that already I have uploaded on my website. Okay, you can download from there. Whole file it is I have uploaded, that is 46 or 48 page. Okay, so different classes, eye and face protection. There you will be getting eye protection different, face protection different. Both things I have kept here together. Okay, then head protection, hearing protection, respiratory protection, hand protection, feet and body. You can come from your body top to bottom. Okay, eye and face, head, hearing, respiratory, hand, feet and finally whole body. Okay. So here all the things I won't be speaking. Already I have uploaded the slide on website. You can download it there because time is limited. Okay. So only important things I will be discussing. Okay. IPP, whatever, when IPPs are required, that also again I am telling reference is taken from OSA guideline. Okay, so that you can read it out. Other things I am examples of hazards. This also I have not given from my side. Whatever is given in OSA, same wordings I have kept here. Okay, so in as per the guidelines of OSA, eye protection, PPE or IPPEs are classified in two major categories. One is prescriptive, second is non-prescriptive. Eye protection is basically glass material. Okay, so non-prescription safety glasses, as you know, goggles while you are riding bikes and all those things, general kind of glasses, those will be considered under the non-prescription safety glasses. Okay, after that prescription glasses used to be very specific. Okay, under that some of the important types, some of the important examples of eye prescription safety glasses I have kept here. Okay, chemical goggles. These things while you are going to deal with the chemical environment, that time you have to wear these kind of goggles. Okay, under that also there are various categories that I have not mentioned here. Okay, after that laser and welding goggles that you all must have seen at the place of welding, wherever it is. After that, this Rex glasses, RX lenses are very important. It is weird. It is weird. Basically, Rex glasses are non-prescriptive, but it can be weird after before it can be weird over the prescription glasses. Okay, care and maintenance of IPP, you all know that before using cracks, all those things, you have to check if any damage is there, you should replace and always keep all kind of PPEs in clean area. Here some of the prescription glasses examples, photographs of prescription glasses only. After that, face PPE, once again I am going to leave all the things, just I am telling type of okay, type of face protection. So here face shield and welding shield, these are the specific thing. And here during face protection, all kind of eye protection PPEs, eye PPEs you can use. Over that you have to use face protection. So for that, donning means doing, how you are going to adjust your PPEs over your body parts. Okay, so here face glasses and this is welding shield. After that, hearing PPE, this thing is very specific. You should use hearing PPEs when noise level is greater than 85 decibel. All throughout the working hours, 8 hours is the working hours, or throughout the working hours, that means 8 hours, if noise level is greater than 85 decibels, then it is must that worker or employee or whoever is going to be there in that environment, they should wear or they should use hearing PPEs. Okay, so in this also three major class: earplugs, earmuffs, canal caps. This is earplug, canal cap, sorry, earmuff and canal caps. Under this also there are many specifications. Okay, then donning of hearing flux, you all must be knowing, and whatever kind of hearing PPE you are going to use, their manufacturers used to give their guidelines that how it should be used. Okay, but the common points whenever you are going to use any kind of hearing PPE, this also there are many points, but important things I have sorted out from the OSA guideline. Okay, that before using you should roll it like that. It should be like a snake. Okay, then you should pull your ear up and down and put your holding snake like that. It should be entering inside your ear. After that, wait for some time or count by your in yourself 20 to 30. Okay, and then automatically it will be fitting. And once if you are getting muffled sound, muffled sound means simple sound, if you will be getting, it will be different. But when you are keeping earplugs, right, you won't be getting sound, you will be getting, but not that much. That means muffled means filtered sound. Okay, so these things you should keep in mind. After that, respiratory PPE. Here also respiratory PPE is of different types. Okay, like dust mask, half mask, full mask, upper, that is powered air purifier respirator, supplied airline respirator, and SCBA. Okay, self-contained breathing apparatus. This is very medical equipment. Last one. Okay, and you all be knowing. I think you all must be whenever you will be going out, must be wearing some kind of masks. Okay, so a variety of mask is there. Next is hand PP. Hand PP, once again, just I am going to type. First 2 points I have taken from OSA and just kept here. Just I have made in row, just I have written those things in my language. That's it. Okay. So type of hand protection, chemical resistant gloves, puncture or cut or abrasion resistant gloves, potential latex. This is very important. You all must be using same kind of gloves in your lab work. Okay, after that, voltage rated, that is you wherever electric operation used to go, temperature resistant, infectious agent. Again, this also you used to whoever is doing microbiology work. Okay, there you will be using these kind of gloves. So here how you have to use or wear the glove, that is also given. Just I have taken snapshot of OSA. Okay, that it is not like that. Many times what the people used to do, that first they will be holding fingertip of that gloves and then trying. That is not the proper way. How you have to wear the gloves, and how after using you have to remove the gloves. For removing also, what they used to do, they are wearing, they will be pulling it out from the finger side. That is not the proper way. Okay, why that is not the proper way? If you are pulling out and some contaminants are available, it will be, there will be the chances that it will be falling somewhere else or coming to your face or some other places or your body parts. Okay, so gently you have to remove from here. How it is getting removed, see here, from here in this area you have to roll it on your hand and take it out. Okay, again care maintenance, same thing. You have to check all the things, that whether it is damaged before used. Before use you have to check all these things. Store in clean place, replace if it is necessary. Okay, after that, feet PP. Feet PP, here three types: steel toed shoe, electric resistance shoe, Electric resistance shoe, again EH mark. Shoes you must be knowing. In shoes one leaf used to be there. Okay, so if you are going to use electric resistant shoes, you always check EH mark on the leaf of that particular kind of shoes. Okay, body PP. Body PP is very important nowadays. Okay, for those whoever is dealing with those idiots, whoever is not understanding the corona situation. Okay, so it is for them. Wherever the chances of maximum, wherever the chances of maximum what hazard, okay, maximum potential hazard, in that case you have to this COVID-19 pandemic like COVID-19, it is not written in OSHA guideline, that I have written. Okay, so types of body PPEs, apparels and coveralls, these things are the types of full body PPE. Okay, apparels, coverall, high visibility jacket, trouser, vest, harness, life jacket, clothing for hot, cold or bad weather, clothing for protection against machinery. This is Corona jacket. Okay, PPE safety kit for the Corona warriors. Okay, so PPE is care and maintenance. It is for all kind of PPEs. Okay, all kind of PPEs. What precautions you should take, how you should handle about that. So before using, you always check safety standard hallmark. Okay, whatever kind of PPE, whether it is eye, ear, foot, hand, head, whatever kind of PPE you are going to use, before using you should check on that packet whether it is having standard hallmark or not. Okay, if it is not, if you guys know, so many testing kits were ordered from China. Okay, but yesterday Medical Council of India, okay, they have told that those kits are not meeting their standards. So more than 3 lakhs kits were taken back and orders rapid testing kits of COVID. Okay, so those are cancelled. Now so many politics is also going. So before that you should, because on these testing kits all the things, all the hallmark and standards were kept, but when they have checked, Medical Council of India, those after checking, they are not meeting to the proper standards. Same kind of kits they have sold to France. So in beginning France, what happened, many people were tested with same kind of COVID kits, and they were confirmed that those people, many people are not having any symptoms of corona because it is tested through that kit. Okay, so and later they were found positive, corona positive. Okay, so first of all you should check safety standards, then always keep clean and sanitary. Then if any PPE is containing any contaminant, any contamination, then and you are unable to clean that, then kindly dispose of those things. Always avoid the use of damaged PPEs. Always avoid repairing by yourself and using of any kind of PPE. This is not allowable. All these things I am telling as per the guidelines of OSHA. Okay, always store in clean dry location, and if any of the PPE is damaged, you should not do, or you should not go for the repairing by yourself. You should inform your workplace administration to take care of those kind of PPE. Okay, now we are running out of time. Okay, so accident prevention program, safety assurance, and role of different sections. Okay, so there in any working environment, three key components. One is working environment, second employer, third employee. Okay, so full proof safety will be assured at any organization workplace through these three entities only, three components only. Okay, so work environment space there, it means here in any organization, work environment space means that working environment or that institution should have a recognized setup for the safety precaution in that premises. Okay, and for the safety and precaution, they should have a body, and also they should be very prepared with a safety policy. Okay, that what kind of safety policy they are going to adopt in their organization. Okay, so here you can understand, because all of them key works I have written here, but with an analogy I can tell you that our parliament is what? Legislative council. Okay, so legislative council is what? They will be making laws, regulations, policies. Okay, same thing this body, same thing. Who is doing marking and all? Please stop. Who is doing this? Okay, so where I was. Okay, so like safety body of that organization, they will be preparing, planning safety policies. Okay, so this body will be making assurance of standard safety policy for that organization. After that, second, it's employer responsibility is that how those policies will be implemented in that premises. Okay, so it's their responsibility is to implement those kind of safety policy among its workers, how they are going to deal with. Okay, so for that what they are going to do, so all these things they should be taking care. After that, responsibility of employees, how they will be coping up with these regulations, and if any accident or risk or hazard is happening, what and how they are going to deal with. Okay, so some of the important points I have written it here. I am not going to discuss all the things, already we have passed the time. Hmm. After that, in your syllabus, trade unions role. Okay, so trade union you all must be knowing. It was first time established in 1926 in India. Okay, and after independence 47, Indian National Trade Union Congress was established. What is their general role? Trade Unions Confederation. What is their general roles in industry? Okay, first is improving workplace safety and health. That means whatever working premises is, in that working premises, whatever manpower is, their safety should be improved. How it can be done? For that, their role. Okay, then what job conditions, whether it is recruitment going properly or all, working hours, how employers, how much, okay, hours are given to work. Okay, after that, job contracts and so again, who is this? Okay, so here, trade unions are considered as one of the safety representative in OSH under the guidelines, OSHA guidelines, section 30, subsection 294. Okay, under that, these trade unions are given rights to establish safety and health committee. Okay, so to establish a safety and health committee in any kind of registered organization, company or industry. Okay, So their unit will be their trade, and what it will be their key roles, that what in perspective of safety management in that industry, what they will be doing. So these are the things: negotiate safe working condition with their members. That means that unit organization will be negotiating with the administration of that particular industry. Okay, after that, disseminate bargain agreements, all those things they will be doing. Okay, you can read it because time is not there. Okay, and in addition of that, I have uploaded on my website additional materials also, OSA, full OSA guidelines also, and about the trade unions also. Okay, in your syllabus, in your syllabus, who is this making drawing? If you won't stop this, I have to complain to chairman.